Good morning. How are you doing today? Welcome back. Hey, the good news is there's a couple good things here. First of all, this is the last real week of school and the next week's exams. That's the good news. The next good news is it's a week closer to Christmas and you get your presents. And the best news of the week is I'm coming back on Friday. I know you are pumped. I would be too. Okay? All right. Let's move on to today's notes. We're going to solve multi-step equations with the distributive property. So we're fixing to put some knowledge that we learned a few weeks ago in the distributive property into equations. Okay? All right. So first of all, the distributive property applies to equations just like it did in expressions. I got to cut my pen on. I should already had it on. So just like it did in expressions. Let's go blue today. Okay. All right. So let's think about how do we distribute. Okay. That means 4 times everything that's on the inside. So that's going to be 4 times 2x. What is that? 8x. Okay. Remember, we've already learned this, so you're having to think back a little bit. 4 times positive 9 is positive 36. That's all we could do, because remember, we couldn't combine unlike terms, excuse me. Okay. All right. Let's try it again. This number, which is negative 3, times this number, which is positive 7. So negative 3 times 7 is negative 21. Negative 3 times negative 4x is positive 12x. That is your answer. Okay. And the last example is going to be 1.5 times negative 4x. That is going to be negative 6x. 1.5 times negative 6. That is going to be negative 9. That is all you can do in that particular problem. So that was distributive property. We've already done that. We've already covered it. You didn't like it. You're probably still not going to like it, but you'll survive. Okay, it's part of life. It's not that hard. Okay, you multiply what's on the outside times what's on the inside. All right, so here's our steps to solve. So later, when you're doing your homework and you have brain farts, go back to your steps. Okay, that's why we're giving you the steps. All right, step number 1, distribute. Ooh, can't spell today. Number 2, combine like terms, which we could not do above, but we'll be able to do in a minute. And number 3, solve the equation. Okay? All right, so it says solve each of the following multi-step equations. Okay, so this looks really complicated, but it's really not. Okay, we're going to do distributive property. We're going to do 4 times 5x. So 4 times 5x is 20x. Okay. We're going to do 4 times positive 6, which is positive 24. Okay. I didn't touch this part, so guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring it straight down. It's Monday morning. You're already getting the right answer. Good job. Now, does this look like something I can solve? Yes, it does. I can solve that. That's a 2-step equation now. Okay. So how do I solve that? Well, I get like terms to the same side, so that means I'm going to take this to the other side. Okay. How do I do that? I do the opposite. Okay. So those are going to go away. Remember, I didn't touch this, so I'm going to bring it down. 12 minus 24 is negative 12. Okay. How do I get rid of the 20x? Let's change the colors. Let's go yellow. Divide by 20. Those go away. I'm left with x is going to equal negative 6 over 10, which would be 3 over, let's go back, be 3 over 5 if you simplified that. Or negative 0.6. Either one. Okay? Either one. All right? To check your answer down at the bottom, you would have put in, so let's go back. So you would have took 4. Where is 5? I mean, where's x? Excuse me. Where's x? It would have been right here beside 5. So you would have wrote your answer. Negative 0.6 plus 6. Close your parentheses. It did that. Equal 12. Okay, did that. All of this equal 12. So you would enter that I'm underlining in your calculator and see if it equaled 12. Okay, if it did, then we got the correct answer, which I'm going to go ahead and tell you it does. We did get the correct answer. Okay, so check. All right. Distributive property, okay? Anytime you see parentheses, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, right? So please, you got to get everything out of parentheses. We don't like parentheses. We want to get rid of them as soon as possible. Okay? All right. 6 times 1x is just 6. Oops, 6x. That's an ugly x, boy, I tell you. All right. 6 times negative 5 is negative 30. I did not touch this, so I'm just going to bring it down. Okay. What's the opposite? You got to take that over to the other side. How do we do that? By adding. So those go away. I'm left with 6x equals 48. Divide by 6. X is going to equal, oops, Coach Spartan can't multiply. This x is going to equal 8. All right, how do we figure out, how do we check that? Well, we just plug that 8 back into where x was, okay? So we got 6. Plug the x in where, I plug the 8 where x was, so I'm going to write it in blue there. Minus 5 equals 18. So some of you saying, why did you not put that in parentheses, Coach? Well, what am I multiplying it by? You don't multiply it by that negative 5. Okay, that's a minus 5. Okay, there's nothing to multiply it with right there. Okay, because remember there's a 1 understood to be outside. Okay, so let's just erase those parentheses inside. All right, enter that part in your calculator. Does it equal 18? I'll go ahead and tell you it does. Okay, so it is check. All right, the last example on the first page. Distributive property, once again, that would be negative 3, times 2x. That's negative 3 times 2x. That's a negative 6x. Negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12. That's correct. Great job. Equals 18, because I did not touch it, so I'm just bringing it down. If you're telling me right now in your head that I got to take this 12 to the other side, you were right. That's a great job. You're correct. And if you're thinking in your head right now that you got to subtract 12, you're even smarter than I thought, I tell you. All right, let's get rid of those. You're left with negative 6x equals 6. And if in your head right now you're telling me this answer is going to be negative 1, you're so smart. You're left with x equals -1. Okay. To check your answer, you just plug that in to where x was in the equation. -3 times 2. Plug that in. It was -1. There you go. I need something to drink. Thirsty. Okay, does that equal 18? So enter that in your calculator. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you it does. Check. Okay. All right. When solving multi-step problems, where are you most likely to make a mistake? So this is multi-step. This isn't one step. This isn't two step. Okay. This is 3 or 4 step. Okay. Where would you be most likely to make a mistake? I want you to write that in the boxes below. Okay. Kind of help yourself for the future. What would most likely be the mistake that you would make? All right. I mean, sometimes you could say it's easy to forget to distribute. I mean, whatever your problem is, write it in that box. All right. So we are going to work out these next 6. All right. I want you to try to do this one. So whoever my sub is today, if you don't mind pausing it and give them about, I don't know, 3 minutes or so, and then go ahead. Give them about 2 or 3 minutes at each problem, or you can give them about 10 to work them all out. I prefer, you just give them about 2 or 3 to work out each one, then play the video and let me work it out. All right. Number 4, okay? Once again, distributive property, because that's what we're working on today. So this times that. Okay, that would be 1/2 times 1, which is just 1/2 x. I know that's kind of confusing. 1/2 times positive 4 is going to be 2. Positive 2. I did not touch this. I'm bringing it down. I guess I should have did that in a different color. Okay. All right. Like terms. Going to the other side. That's right. You're going to subtract 2 from both sides. Those go away. I'm left with -14. 1/2 x. All right. So we're going to divide by 1/2. That is 1/2 times x. So you do the opposite. Okay. When you divide, the numbers actually get bigger. You're left with x equals -28. You do not have to check this part. Oops. There you go. All right. Uh-oh. It's on the wrong side, Coach. What you going to do about that when the bad boys call? All right. I'm going to fix it. Watch. Look at there. I'm so smart. All right. Distributive property. 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times -2 is -4. That's right. Y'all are really good today, I tell you. So they're probably not talking at all, and they're probably not interacting. So, it's just, they miss me. All right. Equals -26. All right. Again, this should just look like a 2-step problem to you. We should be able to do this, okay? Going to the other side, so we add 4. Those go away, left with 6x equals 30. If you're thinking the answer is 5, you are so smart. The answer is 5, okay? All right, number 6. Don't we love fractions? Aren't they the best? All right, 2/3 times 3x. Uh-oh. Be 1.8, I believe. It's going to be, no, 2. All right, it's going to be 2x. I don't have a calculator, boys and girls. All right, 2/3 times -6 is going to be, I know y'all are telling me, but I can't hear y'all. -4 equals 8. Yes, combine like terms. Great job. I'm going to add 4 to both sides. Those are going to go away. I'm going to be left with 2x is going to equal 12. And I'm going to divide by 2. I'm going to be left with x is going to equal 6. I'm so proud of myself. I did good. All right, now we're talking about decimals. Ooh, this one could get dicey. All right. -2 times 1.7x is going to be -3.4x. -2 times a positive 3.1 is going to be, ooh, I just about messed that one up. Is going to be a -6.2. Didn't touch it, so I'm just going to write it over here. All right. Like terms, you're right. Boom, boom. Okay, how do we get that to the other side? You're right, we add 6.2. That's correct. Those go away. I'm left with -3.4x equals 10.2. I'm going to divide by -3.4. And I'm going to be left with x is going to equal -3. All right, moving on. This one looks a lot easier. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times -2x is -10x. If you don't touch it, bring it down. Like terms, they're arranged a little bit different this time, but don't freak. You're still taking that over there, okay? Because it's like terms, it doesn't have an x. What is the opposite of that? Well, it's understood to be a positive, so it's a -20. Those go away. Left with -10x is going to equal -34. That's -10 times x, so you do the opposite and you divide by -10. You're left with x equals +3.4. All right, one more. Number 9. Oh, no distributive property. What nice people. Okay. Take that to the other side. You're going to do that by adding 9. Left with -2x equals 5. Divide by -2. X equals -2.5. Or -2 1/2. Either or. All right. Let's go to this word problem that you guys are just going to love. So three friends met for a book club at a coffee shop. Each friend ordered a cup of coffee and 2 donuts. The total of the order was $22. If a cup of coffee costs $3.25, then write a diagram to write an equation to solve for C, the cost of the donut. So if we know how much the total was, we know how much each cup of coffee cost, and we know they all paid the same, then we can figure out how much each donut cost. Okay? All right. So let's look at this. We have 3 outside. I'm going to underline it once I get my pen back up here. Hang on there. All right, so we got that 3 right there because there was 3 people that split it evenly, okay? That's why that 3 is there. Coffee was $3.25, so we're going to put $3.25 here. How do we know that? Because it told us in the problem. Okay, plus 2D. Yes, there's 2 donuts, but it also told us in the question, right there, that each person got 2 donuts and ordered a cup, which is 1. Okay, so each person ordered 1 cup and 2 donuts. Okay, that's where they came up with this, and it's going to equal $21.75 because that was the total bill. I thought it was 22. It was 22. I don't know why they put $21.75 right there. $22. No, I think it's supposed to be $21.75. I think this is supposed to be $21.75. You know, if you're the teacher one day, you can change the problem too. So don't be laughing at me, bro. Because that's cap right there. All right, so what is the cost of the donut? So we have to solve this problem right here that we just formulated. All right, so I'm going to rewrite the problem over here where I've got some room to work. All right, so we have 3. All right, let's work it out. 3 times 325 is 975. 3 times 2D is positive 6D. I did not touch this, so I'm bringing it in. All right, like terms. Okay. Minus 975. Those go away. I'm left with 6D is going to equal $12. $12. I'll put 12.00, but you could just put 12. Okay. All right. Divided by 6. You're going to get D equals 2. Okay. But each donut does not cost 2. It costs what? $2. $2. $2. Look at here. We're so smart. We deserve an award or something. Let me tell you what you're going to get. You're going to get a Christmas break. That's what you deserve. All right. Number 11 and the last one for the day, and then I'll see you tomorrow. 2 brothers each purchase a new pair of hiking boots and 2 canteens. Those are the things that carry the water. Yeah, you know those things right there. That's a canteen. All right. The hiking boot cost $34. The total of their purchase was $98. So we're going to have to define the variable. What do we not know the cost of? The canteen. It told us the price of the boot, but it didn't tell us the price of the canteen. Okay. And we can make it C. It don't matter. Make it X if you want. Who cares? Okay? So we know that two brothers, okay? So let's change it to a different color. Okay? Two brothers. All right? Both. Okay? So if they both got it, then you have to multiply 2 times whatever they got. So they both got it, and they both cost, boots were $34. Plus, we know they got 2 canisters, but we don't know the price. So we put the C. We know the total cost was $98. All right. So let's work that out. So let's go over somewhere. Right here is fine. Yeah, this is a great spot right here. Okay, so we got 2. Yeah, I know I wrote the 34 and the 2x backwards. Who cares? Fix it if you don't like it. All right. 4x. 2 times positive 34 is positive 68. I didn't touch it. Wish I had $98, don't you? All right. Subtract 68. 4x equals 30. Divide by 4. And you're going to get x is going to equal 7.5 or 7 1/2, but we're talking about money, so we're going to use the top one. So x equals $7.50. All right. I know that seems complicated. Do your very best on your homework. If you're still struggling, I actually don't have another video. Just watch this again. This will be on Google Classroom. I actually will. I'll attach another video of another person describing how to do this if you need to watch someone else. Okay? All right, you're actually going to have actual homework tonight. Please get it done, and we will review it tomorrow. All right? Y'all have a great and wonderful day, and I cannot wait to see y'all on Friday. Peace out, my boys and girls. See y'all.